Hey there, Blue Jays.
It's time for another episode of Blue Jay Journal TV.
On this episode, we'll take a look at a new law that will affect teenage drivers.
Learn about the Seal of Biliteracy program.
And Natalie and Anna will take us to a favorite local restaurant.
Those stories and more coming up.
Have you ever wanted to visit Spain or France? Well, here's your chance. Blue Jays are going on a tour of Spain and France in the summer of 2024.
Mrs. Fixel and Mrs. Stahl will take students on a 10-day trip to Paris, Madrid, and Barcelona. You will see things like the Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, and La Sagrada Familia. You will also get to try local foods like paella and tapas. And yes, juniors and seniors are eligible to go in 2024 as well.
An informational meeting will be May 10th at 6:30 p.m. in the WHS library. RSVP by visiting the link on the tour posters.
Hey Blue Jays, we're back with another edition of Let's Grab a Bite with Natalie and Anna.
This time we went to Dairy Delight, which is located on the corner of 14th Street and West 8th Street here in Washington.
We each got cheeseburgers and fries, and I got a marshmallow shake. And what did you get?
Oh, I got a chocolate shake, a large. Cheers to cheeseburgers and let's grab a bite. Cheers.
Cheers.
I know Dairy Delight is known for the gooey cheese, and they definitely did not hold back on these burgers.
It was good.
I'm also a French fry enthusiast, and these fries are not a letdown, I'll tell you that. Holy cow! Guys, check out this fry! That's awesome!
Okay, now we're gonna try the shakes. So. It's really good.
10 out of 10 on the shake.
10 out of 10, for real.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of Let's Grab a Bite with Natalie and Anna.
We hope the next time you're craving a milkshake or a burger, you choose Dairy Delight.
Bye!
At the end of March, WHS journalism classes spent the day at Mizzou for the J-Day conference. Here's a quick recap.
J-Day is Journalism Day, so you go to a bunch of classes and just learn about journalism. So you can take photography classes, yearbook classes, newspaper classes, broadcasting classes.
It was really exciting. Some of it was a complete shock. For myself, I entered the on-site feature writing competition, and I wasn't sure quite what to expect from it, but when I did see my name, it was just a thrill of joy, and it was really fun. And then when others got to win their award, I was really happy for them and happy to see their work get acknowledged. I think the most exciting part about J-Day for me was the ending ceremony where we found out who all got awards and for what, and being able to sit there with all the other Washington kids at Blue Jay Journal, The Advocate, and the Yearbook, and watching everyone get really excited together when any one of us won an award.
My favorite part is all the memories that came along with it. We had some adventures and it was really fun.
But also there were a lot of different on-site talks you could visit that help you learn new things about journalism. And the whole environment was just a lot of fun and really informative at the same time. And it made me really excited that I get to do newspaper next year and learn from the conference and get to use that to the best of my abilities.
I would definitely recommend it. It's super fun and you make a lot of fun memories with everyone.
It was a really great learning opportunity for me, and I know some others got a lot out of it. And there were hundreds of journalists there, both adults with experience in the field, but also students learning. And I feel if you really wanted to know more about journalism itself, that would be a great opportunity to ask questions and really kind of understand more about journalism itself and why it's important.
Missouri passed a law that prohibits drivers under the age of 21 from using a cell phone while operating a motor vehicle. Emma George brings us the story.
So in Missouri, those under the age of 21 cannot use a cell phone device or some sort of technology device, handheld. If I'm not mistaken, they can use the hands-free feature, but they can't have it in their hand. They can't be looking down and texting. The phone actually has to be away from them.
I think that that's not the smartest decision. I think that
the law should apply to everyone, not just people under 21?
So the lawmakers currently are trying to enact a law where it's across the board. It doesn't matter if you're 16 or 96. You can't use your cell phone, make phone calls, text message, anything like that. You can still use the hands-free feature, but you can't have that cell phone in your hand.
I think that's a lot smarter. I think that will decrease the amount of accidents from distracted driving.
I feel like adults are usually on their phones more when they're driving.
I think it'll be mixed. I think most people will agree or at least understand that it's bad to be distracted while driving, because a phone is definitely a distraction when you're driving. But on the other hand, I think that some people will be mad.
It's very common to see students leaving school, coming to school, outside of school that are just driving around. It's incredibly common to see them on their cell phones as they're driving. But if they become distracted while trying to engage in a conversation, read a text message, I've seen some trying to watch movies on their phone while they're driving, and they get involved in a crash, or heaven forbid they actually hurt somebody, they're looking at quite a bit of troubles, both legally and civilly, where they can get sued by somebody.
While cell phone usage is prohibited in most circumstances, there are some exceptions of cell phone usage while behind the wheel.
You guys actually are allowed to use your cell phones, but it has to be for emergency purposes. When we talk about driving with cell phones, it also includes being stopped at stop signs, electric signals, things like that. So that doesn't count as taking a break from driving. You're still in operation of the vehicle at a stop sign or stop light. So the cell phone still needs to be put down.
For Blue Jay Journal TV, this is Emma George reporting.
Hey, what's up? You look like you're not having any fun. You should try this.
I don't know. I've never drank before.
Sure? You need a drink to have fun at parties? Here. Your drink's empty. Have another one.
Okay. Oh, I've had so much.
You've had enough. Let's go.
Approximately 5,000 young people under the age of 21 die as a result of underage drinking each year. Stop before you start.
Elizabeth Suazo brings us more information about the Missouri Seal of Biliteracy program.
The Apple test is a national assessment to show proficiency in a second language. It is part of what is called the Missouri Seal of Biliteracy, where if students demonstrate 3 criteria, if they demonstrate proficiency in their native language, proficiency in a second language, as well as sociocultural competency, they can earn the Seal of Biliteracy, which would allow them to earn college credits at certain universities within the state of Missouri.
Benefits of the test go beyond just the academic level for students and can help them later in life.
Learning a second language helps you to see the world in a different way. There's also been studies that have shown benefits for standardized test scores and those type of things by studying a second language.
I've thought about being like a translator. I'm sure there's gonna be times where I'll have to speak Spanish, like to help somebody out. I wanna like travel the world, and especially to the Spanish-speaking countries.
While learning a second language isn't easy, it's important that students choose the language that is right for them.
It was in between Spanish and German for a while. Flipped a coin and picked Spanish. But I really like Spain and I want to go there, and that's something I could actually use. I'm pretty happy with my choice. I think I've gone pretty far with it.
I've always been kind of like, I like language and words. I've always been kind of a bookworm, and so kind of the idea of being able to speak another language has always kind of fascinated me.
While the AAPPL test may have many benefits, preparing for the exam, it takes a lot of effort.
The last several weeks we've been doing different review units so they could see kind of an idea of what the questions would be like, and then we're also reviewing various vocabulary that I think they will need to succeed on it.
I'll use like Duolingo every now and then just to keep up with it, but try to keep my brain refreshed with Spanish.
Learning a second language is not easy. Students have some recommendations for those wanting to start.
I'd say just stick with it. It's a big thing, because it almost gets easier as time goes on, just because you know more and more words and I guess how the language works.
Yeah, I would say you just, if you know what you want to accomplish in learning this language, you just got to know what you want and work for it. And the teachers are always there to help you.
The struggles are that it's not exactly the same as subjects students have learned before. The other thing I notice is it is not like riding a bike, so concepts and vocabulary have to constantly be recycled and reviewed in order to help the students keep that material fresh.
If you have any questions regarding a foreign language or taking the AAPPL test, talk to one of Washington High School's language teachers. For Blue Jay Journal TV, this is Lisbeth Suazo reporting.
So when I was in about, I think, 6th grade, my grandma got me and my cousin a pogo stick for Christmas, and we decided to go outside and spend about 4 hours pogo sticking and tried to see who could get the most in a row. And once I got over 200 in a row, I decided that it's time that I start learning something fun to do. So then you just start going like one hand, 1 foot, those kind of tricks. I think my coolest one that I'm able to do is probably just jump roping with the pogo stick. And then some people find it cool that I can go up and down steps. The talent show in middle school, that was the first time I ever showed anybody that I could pogo stick. And I got a pretty good reaction from the crowd. I'd recommend, first of all, getting the right type of pogo stick, because there are a lot of them that you find that are just, they don't bounce at all, and you have to find the right weight set for you. And then I'd just say start basic, like start trying to get on. Don't try and get as many as you can the first time. Just learn how to get on and then step off.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Blue Jay Journal TV.
For more news and views from WHS and the community, visit www.bluejayjournaltv.com.
Have a great day, Blue Jays.